Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Strat Gamer here, providing you with a new Anno 1800 episode. We are back with our beauty building with tourist series, and today I have quite a few updates for you. We're going to look at three different elements. The first one is this new part of the city here, which I would call, it's industrial revolution. So we have here a fuel station with some rails. The oil is coming in, and that's going to bring some changes, right? No longer do we have the very artisanal farms and the bakeries inside of the city. We're moving into industries now. So we're going to look into that. There's a bit in that city over there too. Let's look at that after. Then the second element we're going to look at during this episode is I want to show you how, while we're doing beauty building and we're not cheating or anything, barely using any items, we are still able to provide all of the goods we need for all our population. So we're gonna see that all the production in the production tabs are well aligned. And then thirdly, we're gonna look at the Botanical Garden, which is finished. So I hope you're gonna like it. Like in the previous episode, we'll do a mix of walking in the city, looking a bit at from the sky at what we see, me explaining why I've built things the way I've built them and why I think it's beautiful slash realistic. What is that guy? He's all alone on the outside. But yeah, and don't hesitate to share any feedback, suggestion that you may have on how to make it more pretty and how to do those episodes better, right? I'd love to hear about it. Okay, so let's dive in. As you can see, the first element is this is a bit gated. So this is the workers and farmers in the industry world. They have they can't go anywhere. We want them to stay there. And to me, it's when this period in industry, there was a lot of cities that were created next to the big factories, and instead of having a lot of let's say government-based services and things like this, all of it was given and produced and managed by the factories themselves. It was almost mini cities. So that's a bit the idea here in this gate. Is you could say that all of this is owned by one company, and that's their limits. So of course you enter through the gate, and maybe let's do it. Oh no, that's a miss. I don't know where I am. Okay, let's jump. Let's just take a quick look. Where was he? No, not here. Oh, somebody from Mbesa. What are you doing here? Okay, I don't know. Over there. I mean, this is still amazing that in a game like Anno, which is so big, right? You have many regions. You still have this first-person mode. Of course, the where am I? So I can see the farms there. Okay, I see where I landed. So the entry was somewhere over there, actually. But anyway, you can see those gates. Each of those gates also separates the different sort of neighborhoods. This is the oil neighborhood. As we can see, we have the fuel station there. I know I put those here. Oh, the control R doesn't always work nice when you come back. So this is where we were. There is a lot of different ornaments. All of this is needed to make sure that the fuel station works well. You need those barrels, this gas or something, or maybe fuel, this sand also to build all of these railways or fix them when they're broken. So yeah, this was my attempt at sort of a rail station, right, where you could have a train that stops there while another goes, those type of things. So this is the fuel station district. Then from this fuel station you go into what I would call the industrial farms, right? It's no longer just one farm in the middle of nowhere with a small house next to it. Now you have the tractors, as you can see, the tractors barns that are leaving now, which we can drive. Okay, I am in charge now. Let's go cut some wheat. Can even go in other farms. You know, I'm not anymore on my farm, so you can even go back on the road and all of this if you want. But anyway, that was just for the fun of it. As I was saying, this is sort of our industrial farm, right? So there's a lot more of barrels and things like this. The street is paved mostly, except the last mile, and not a lot of small ornaments like these A's or trees, kept to a minimum for it to be very efficient and in a perfect square type of thing, right? So that it's not wasting space. And then all of these wheat is delivered to what I try to be a sort of industrial bakeries and mills, right? We don't really have a choice on how it looks. That's just the way it is. But at least I try to make it. So first of all, they're all together, right, in a small space. There's a lot of these ornaments that come from the industries. Not too much from the farms, just a few, like those silos that are waiting to be sent to the mill, and the warehouse is in the middle. So that's the idea here. Let's take a quick look from the sky. Oh, that's not very pretty here. Should we put maybe a few trees, maybe? Or what would be the best here? Yeah, maybe some small trees like this. So that's the next neighborhood. And as you can see, still we have some gates, right? We can go there and go to our city here. And I don't know if you saw last time, but there was also those two statues here. That's my sort of idea of these are the the founder of the company or something like this, right? So he's putting his statue everywhere, especially from the city to when they go to work. Every day they go from their house to work here or there. They see those statues. Then this is the city and quite a few trees because we are a bit in the countryside, right? It's not the mines or something like this. It's still a bit the farms and stuff like this. So you do have a few trees, a few flowers next to the church. Try to mix those ornaments well here and there. This is almost a bit of a park. Of course, all of the buildings that you need, right? Like the fire station, the hospital. There must be the police somewhere. The police is there. The market, the pub. So and the school. So all of the buildings that you need up to workers, and then a mix of workers and farmers. With the workers a bit more to the center of the city, farmer on the outside. That's the community, right, where people are actually living, and then this is sort of the other industry, right? My idea was taking the first few productions, so the work clothes and the bread, in a sense, and make them a bit industry-like. So here you have all of these framework knitters for the working clothes. They're here with again some ornaments. You can see the water tower, other water towers, some barrels, a dirt mountain, a shade. People are walking. and all of the resources are coming, sorry about that, are coming from here, which is once again a sort of my example of an industrial farm. So all of the farms are together, they all have silos that are next to each other. All of the livestock areas are next to each other. I didn't space them out in a beautiful way. They're all kind of in an efficient way, with just a bit of trees here, and also a small sort of the garden of the people walking there. They put their clothes when they are dirty, drying during the day. They can rest a bit while they're not walking. But otherwise, this is walk, 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 with the police to make sure everything is going well. And once again, those gates, right? If you see, the gates is a bit different. Here is for me the pure industry gate, and this one is a bit more the farm gate, so it's lower. It's a lower wall, and this one here is really the wooden fence. So try to do all of these elements. I hope you like this new city. Once again, don't hesitate to share any feedback, suggestion that you may have. I'd love to hear about it. Last promise, now let's look at the production tab and see that we are producing enough wood, enough fish, potatoes, schnapps, wool, clothes, pigs, sausage, wheat definitely, bread, flour bread, enough coal, iron, furnace, steel, the tallow, the soap, enough hops, malt, beer, all of this on this island, right? It's all coming from this island. I only selected this one. The canned food were good. The swing machine, obviously the rum. We haven't done NBSA all here, right? So we don't have the research institute, so we can't have advanced rum production on the old world. So this is in the new world. And the next one we need, now we're arriving to what we need to do, right? Because up to now we've mostly talked about workers and farmers in terms of production buildings. So we need to move now into the artisan and engineers tier that you can see here. So that's gonna be one of the next step. And lastly, as promised, let's look at my first botanical garden. Here it is. If you remember in the previous episode, I showed a bit the beginning of it, but now I'll say it's finished. Maybe if you have suggestions on how to make it better, I'd love to hear about it. But otherwise, I think I'll leave it for now to focus on a bit of a few other things. In terms of functionality, it is giving me the Amazon bonus, which is useless here, but that's fine. I mean, we'll give some grapes inside. The sacred, the enchanted for the hop, which we are using. The marshland garden. So this is the entrance. You can see 2 bus stations. You can buy a newspaper and some things. You can sit here or there waiting. And then either you go through the front door or you start walking around this way or that way. The mix of the different plants, like this tree, this liana, this yellow lotus. That must be, let's go see a close bit after. But also different flower beds, like this daisy garden on this edge maze. Here you have the avenue to the concert hall. It's the equivalent of the statue that you remember from before, but now with trees. And also in the back, a small garden to relax. So you can enter either here or there. You can walk around, sit over here, or there, and wait. And once again, I think this is a statue of me, conquering the world. So here is this botanical garden. Let's take a quick look at the lotus. Oh, wow, here. Well, not super pretty. And also the maze. Where was the maze? Here, right? Oh, this guy is not happy. Let's go inside. Are we gonna get lost? Okay, I'm already lost. Is there something in the middle? Let's discover. Oh no, I'm already... Where is he? Here. Yeah. Yes! A statue of me. Oh no, it's not me. That must be my wife. Yes, I see that. It says here is a beautiful statue of my beautiful wife. Yes, perfect. Anyway, um, and the last thing I wanted to do in this episode is to tell you that if you don't know, you can change the names of your bus stops, and you can do it randomly, but you can also change it. So don't hesitate to share in the comments below or in my Discord channel if you want one of those bus stops to be named something, either your name in a sense or something funny. I'd love to hear about it. Let's make this together. As a first one, let's call it. I don't know how long we can get. Let's see. Emma's Garden. This is Emma's Garden, my daughter. I don't know if we should have the same name for both because this is basically the same thing, but let's see. So here it is for this episode, ladies and gents. I hope you liked it. As a quick recap, we saw this new city. We looked at production to see that it was a good production. We're producing all that we need thanks to some of these mines too, and all of these that you saw in the past. And we looked at this finished botanical garden here. There's still a lot to be done, a lot of space too, right? In particular, I haven't really worked on my tourists, except, I did build the iron tile foundation. Sorry, I forgot to tell you about this. But that's basically the only thing I did there. So we should probably work on the tourist next. Hope you liked this episode and hope to see you next time.